What's up, guys? It's Keaton from You, Me, and Decree, and today I'm doing my top 8 deck profile from the Arlington Regionals. I played Metalfoes, obviously. It was a pretty basic build for the most part, except for like one or two cards. My side deck was like kind of a meme. I didn't really have any side for ABC, honestly. I thought I did, but like I turned in the list because I just like had all these. I had like 15 on my side. So I just wrote them all down and like turned in my list, and I was like, oh, I don't have much for ABC. I had like 3 cards, which I'll see in a minute. And yeah, I'll do this. I'll try to remember my matchups, and yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. So I played 3 Bismugear. I always sided one out, like pretty much no matter what. This card is like good, but like if you open it in multiple, it kind of sucks. So really, you just want to see one like the entire game, and then you usually win. There's a few times, like one for example, where I opened going second against ABC. He opened like what's it called, Hanger or Terraforming and Desires. So he searched for the Hanger and then he activated it. He searched for A, and then tried to equip, and I ogred it because my opening hand was 2 ogres. This is going second, and I won game 1 after I lost the roll. My opening hand was double ogre MST for a anti-spell, the quick play fusion, and a stealing. And then my 6th card was this. So what I did is I activated this. I'll just show you on the next card. Stealing, and I activated stealing, and I activated the effect targeting Bismugear, and he had to he like twin twister this. I was like, yeah, that's fine, because I was just gonna like set up a combination and then search during the end phase, and then I would have the L fusion, so I would have been able to play like at least next turn. So we stopped it there, but I still got the search, and then like I just went off from there. 2 stealing. This card is a searchable 8 scale, which you need in the deck. This card's crazy. I'm not gonna talk about any more. These you can make a rank 3. These you can make a rank 4. It actually came up round 8. I was going for game and time, and and I made a lightning with this, or I made a lightning with this and a retaliating sea, and I summoned like 5. I pinned summoned like 4 monsters, I think, and then I just left him at like 24, and he drew for turn. He had complete scales, and there was just like nothing he could do. So this one, in my opinion, is the second best Metalfoes, and the first best one was Volflame, just because his attack, honestly. He helps you like push for game, and yeah, I just always, like every time I open this guy, like it was just a lot of fun, and it was really easy to win. And sometimes I just like pendulum summon this, and then just started like beating for that turn, and then pendulum summon 2 next turn, and then pendulum summon 3, like just shit like that. So we played like all 15 Metalfoes, like you should. Then we played 3 Bambuku. He could search himself. And the 2 targets I played Kieran, which is the 4th Kieran. And I also played a low scale target that you don't mind like putting in the scale and leaving it there instead of Kieran, which is the cat. I think I in-phase searched off him once. I think it was like round 4. I just kind of like didn't open that well. I opened like Metalfoes this and like a counter or something, and I summoned this, activated the effect. Metalfoes popped this, add a like combination, and then set whatever, and then in-phase search this for a Bambuku, and then next turn, like I just kind of won. So I played the 5-card engine. Shout out to Aaron and Darian. They started playing it like before me, and like I saw them playing it, and I wanted to try it out. And I was just like testing hands at home like the Thursday before, and it was just pretty good. So those. Then we played 3 Eccentric. I feel like you need this card. Apparently, Jake Zavala doesn't. Shout out to him. But this card, there's just so many things that you could do with it. It's so versatile. Like you could use it to hit your stuff. You could use it to hit their stuff. It's a high scale. The only thing you can't pendulum summon with it is Volflame, which kind of sucks. But you can still make plays with it, and yeah, this card's crazy. It's out to back row if you need it. And you can out like problem monsters or like bait things like Crystalling, just normal active effect, target Crystalling, and then you could just go off from there and not care about negating the effect. So I love this card. Then one Luster. Honestly, I didn't really want to play this, but like, just because, like, after you make Ignister, this is dead. But I did play something extra that you can use it afterward. Then I played 3 Gofu. This card's nutty as hell. Honestly, probably the best card in the deck. I did want to cut it to 2 though, just because, like, there's so many times where I open either 2 or I open 1, like, make a huge play, make the Metalfoes end with an L fusion and like a normal with this play. But when I draw a fusion, it's usually another one of these Gofus, and I don't really like that, just because, like, once I draw it, I know I'm probably never going to summon it, because I'm always going to have board presence, unless they have, like, a board wipe or a Kaiju, because of Metalfoes and then the L fusion, so, yeah, I just didn't really like it. I think I sided one out, like, twice or something, and then I opened one of the 2, so it was pretty god. And then the last card that I played that people were starting to, like, play more is Maxi in the main. I really didn't want to play this card, and round 1, like, still didn't want me to play this card. Round 1, I played, like, a Dark Magician deck, and my first draw, game 1, round 1 of the entire event, was draw for turn, or draw first card, draw second card, and I was like, oh, okay, that's pretty good. I'm gonna, like, Maxi him and draw, like, 30 cards, because the rest of my hand was a brick, and then he went set 2 pass, and I was like, oh, this sucks. But this card was nutty all day. There was a time, round 8, where I was playing the mirror match, and we were in time. I think it was turn 3, and I maxied him on his something, like Pendulum Summon or something, and then when he activated the second skill, I maxied him. He Pendulum 2 Volt Flames, and he activated the fusion, and what I drew off the Pendulum Summon was a Retaliating Sea. And so I chained the Retaliating, he chained the L fusion, and then so he put the Volt Flames on the top, and then he summoned out a Orichalc, and then he had to still resolve the the regular fusion, because he technically could. So he had to use a Ghost Ogre in his hand and his Orichalc, and he just lost from there because all those are banished. So, and he just ended with an Adamante, so it kind of sucked for him. But yeah, this card is nutty. Like, I'm probably never gonna take this out of the main. Definitely, yeah, this card is crazy. 3 Painful. A lot of people are playing 2. I just want to play 3 because I want to see it. I think there was one time where I saw 2 in my opening, and like, it's good because, like, if you open Painful and like 2 Metalfoes, you probably won. But if you open 2 Painfuls and 2 Metalfoes, then that's basically 4 Metalfoes for next turn. You can just set up as much as you can now, and then next turn you can make a million more plays. So love this card. I was playing Summer's Art until the last minute, and I took it out. It was the 42nd card, and the 43rd card was like a main deck Book of Eclipse that I never drew, and when I did, I was going first, so it sucked. 1 Fusion. This card is nutty as hell. I think I banished off Desires like once. 2 L Fusion. This card is also the nuts. What's his name? Alkahest is dumb. That card's crazy. So yeah, that's the right number in my opinion. My friend Nick, he played 1-on-1. You probably already saw his profile, but he was playing 1-on-1. I don't really remember what he said about it. Like he obviously liked it because he topped as well, but I forgot, like, if this ever came up. Like, he said he always wanted to put back like this instead of like extra monsters. That's why he plays so many, like 2 Orichalc, 2 of the fusion, just 2 of everything except for Adamante. But yeah, I just like having the second one, because, like, if you set up both and then you L fusion and, like, they don't know that you have this, then they like tend to not play around it, and then you, like, take whatever, and then that was like a bait play, and then you just do this, and then you just win from there. And you can go for game with this. Like, this card's crazy. 2 Desires. Shout out to my homie Frankie. Is the best vendor in the game right now. Tier 0. Trade with him on the YBM. But he let me borrow these Desires. Without him, I wouldn't have topped. This card, like, honestly, I don't like this card, but, like, it's just too good not to play, honestly. There was a lot of times where I opened, like, this, blank pendulum, eccentric, Metalfoe, and then I just Metalfoe hit the blank pendulum, set the fusion, and then set the combination, or eccentric, pop the combination, get another Metalfoe, pop the other Metalfoe, set the fusion, and then do this, and I just like drew any scale that I needed, and I just won. So this card's crazy. I think I top decked it like once, like round 6. No, yeah, 6. Against ABC, but he top decked it too, so it didn't really affect it. But yeah, shout out to Frankie, he's the homie. Hopefully he doesn't, or hopefully he does see this. 2 combination. I feel like it's the right number. 1 is too less, and 3 is too many. 2 is the right amount. Like I don't mind opening this card just because, like, especially in the mirror match, like this card is nutty if you like have to L fusion from your hand or something. So I do like this card. 1 counter. Not many people are playing this. Or the people who are playing this say that they play it just because like it's just counter. And it's just like you could get back scales and stuff, and you don't mind like if they just straight up eccentric this because you're just getting a scale back anyway. But I actually played this card for that reason. And there was a lot of times, like this obviously got bounced back a lot of times with like Metalfoes and stuff, and then they attacked over my monster or whatever. But there was also a lot of times where I just like set this and like caught them off guard, and they just thought it was like, I don't know, another combination, and then they attacked, and I just did this, and I just won next turn because this card's crazy. Then the last card I played was Emptiness. This card's so bad. The 2 times that I activated it, I lost. I mean, I did like come back game 2 and 3, but like I did lose game 1 because I played this. But that's what I was playing 41. I was playing 43 before the event, like I said. I was playing Summer's Art and Book of Eclipse, but yeah, I decided to play 41. Side deck, or extra deck, tokens, Gofu. Then 2 Alchemist. The second one I don't think ever came up. If it did, I honestly don't remember it. It must have been like round 1. But yeah, it's a pretty good card. This card's like it's a snatch steal, and then you could just pop their card and then get a search and then snatch steal them again next turn. Usually it never, like once you take their thing, you're usually beating them next turn anyway, so it never really survives. 2 Metalfoes. I only played 2 just because like my extract is like really weird, honestly. Like if I had a third, I probably would have played it, but it never really came up. It might have came up once, I think, but I think I was like, it was like for an L fusion play when I was attacking for a game, and I just like made an Orichalc instead, or an Adamante. But yeah, 2 is a good number, I guess. This card is like crazy though. It's a compulse with a put back 2 effect. It's insane. 1 Orichalc. I just played 1. I mainly played it for like set monster things in the mirror match, because if I make this in the mirror against a Alchemist, and then I'm just like trying to attack or whatever, or like even like I enter battle phase attack, and then they chain the effect target, then I'll just chain it, and then I have like an L fusion, I'll just chain it, summon this, and then take 56, and then like if for some god reason I have a second L fusion, then it's game no matter what. Then Adamante. I don't really know why I played this one. I think you just kind of have to, honestly. There's a lot of plays where you just have to like just make a fusion and then just get the +1 off the regular fusion card. So yeah, I played these 6. For my tech in the extra deck, I played Dinoster. This card, I just kind of played it. It was kind of like a joke at first, and then like I actually put it in and tested it, and like, you know how hard it is to get over a 2950 ass. Like you have to be playing Blue Eyes, or you have to have like a Metalfoes or something. But if you make this against like blank deck, then they probably lost, honestly. It keeps them from what's it called, ignistoring your skills in the mirror match. There's just so many things. I mean, obviously they could spin this back, but at least you like keep your skills. But I played this mainly because I played Ignister, because like when I first like no matter what I mainly made Ignister when I went second obviously, and like I wanted this for going first, and I could just make this with Luster and Blank Pendulum, and then next turn make this because like I'll Pendulum, and then my things will survive, and I'll just make this, and then pop their skill and go off or whatever. Um, but yeah, because Luster, you could literally only use it to summon one monster, and I didn't really want that. I wanted some versatility, so I put both. So yeah, and Ignister is crazy. There were so many times where in the mirror match, like I Ignister them, they Ignister me, my Ignister, I come back with my Ignister, Ignister them, like, it's insane. One Scrap Dragon, this card came up a few times, just because, like, open this combination. Like, if you open combination, Steel, what's his name, Silver Red, and Gofu, and, like, anything else, then you can special the Gofu, normal the, Silver Red, synchro for this, set the, combination, pop the combination in a back row, and then just, like, search out the combination, go off, and then you could, like, even pop this if you need to off the, Metalfoes that you search. But, yeah, I like this card. It's pretty cool. There's a lot of interactions you can do. Scrap Dragon number 2. You can pop your own things with it. It's pretty free. Yeah, that shit's crazy. There's so many cards, like, in the extra deck and main deck that are versatile, like, to where you can, like, pop yours or theirs and, like, not really care about it. Because there's, like, this, and then the first Exceed I played, which was, Grand Pulse. These, like, you can all, like this, you obviously have to have a target on their side, but these two you could just pop on your side for no reason, and just, like, get a search, or, like, clear your scales if you need to, if they're locked. Yeah, these are crazy. I played this over, what's that guy's name, Breaksword, just because, like, I didn't have a Breaksword, but, I also played this guy because he's a 28 ass, and, like, Breaksword does have, like, more attack and, like, more things, I guess, just, like, versatility, because it could pop monsters too, but this deck doesn't really, like, have, like, you're not really worried about monsters, in my opinion. Like, you're probably just gonna attack over them anyway, you're probably going to eccentric them, you're probably gonna, bounce them with Mytherium, so this, I just felt like I didn't really want to. Like, most of the time, I was either popping mine or just mine or just theirs, not both. So I just felt like this. One Dweller never made it. I don't think. Yeah, never made it. Castell never made it. These are good in theory though. Usually nobody plays like any of these three. They could barely find room for the Utopia things, but I found room for all of them. If I did have a third Mytherium, I probably would have played it. Seems like a good decision, but I didn't. This came up round 8. I think I made it. It was the only time with the retaliating and the goal driver, and like going for game in time. So yeah, 15 extra, obviously. Club Penguin card, shit's lit. Side deck, played 3 Ghost Ogre. This was the main card for ABC that I had. Just like hitting the field spell, hitting their Buster on their turn. Like, it's just nutty. It's honestly dumb. There's just like so many interactions you could do, and then something that I did in the against that ABC matchup, I said that I opened 2 Ogre, MST, L Fusion, and Stealing, or Silver Red, whichever. Which was like late game. I like Ghost Ogre him twice for like 2 hangers, and he banished the third one off of Desires, I'm pretty sure. Like, I had these in the grave, and then I summoned Gofu, and then I normaled a Steelin, and I normaled a Gold Driver, sorry, and I synchroed for Vermilion, and I was going to, and then I had like this, and the Gofu engraved to like pop back row. I mean, I know it's once per turn, but still, like over the course of 3 turns, I could just pop 3 cards that he has. So it was crazy. So I like this card. It's really nice. Yeah. Got 3 retaliating. This card is honestly crazy. You could use it to make rank 4s. You could use it to end your opponent's life, just reveal it, special it, and then hit their fusion or whatever. And if you play like any rogue decks like Herald or something, then it's free. And they can't negate, obviously. I played 2 Vector. Shout out to Ramon for letting me borrow this one. I never drew this card. It was so good in theory. Just like setting up a huge board, activating this as the last scale with like an 8 scale, and then penduluming so many, and then like all their Metalfoes are dead. So like it was just a crazy idea. It could have worked if I ever drew it. Like I literally just never drew it. I only saw it when I like searched cards. Yeah, I like this card. And then 2 Cyclone. These are the 2 cards I decided going first against the mirror match. I really do like these. These are crazy. I drew this card once, and it was round 9 in the mirror match. He was like, he had a steal-in on the scale. And he said effect target his, what was it called, combination. And I chained this on the combination, and he had another combination and another scale, so it didn't really matter, but yeah, it's good in theory. Then I played 2 Space. Don't really know why. It was kind of for anti-spell, I guess, without like paying life points. But yeah, played this. And you could hit your own if you want. Then the last 3 cards I played were 3 Book of Eclipse. I played this mainly for ABC, if I'm being completely honest. That was like the only thing that, like, it really just, like this, and I guess the mirror match. I never sided against the mirror match. I think I sided this card once. I honestly don't remember what deck it was, but I just sided it just so, like, if they open a huge board that says that I can't play, I want to be able to play. So I just want to, like, out that and then make my board and then say that they can't play. And then, like, if I open 2 of these and still make a board, then, like, they definitely cannot play. So, yeah, that was the deck. 15, 15, 41. I want to give shout-outs to my team. Shout-outs to everyone from Austin. Shout-out to Conception. He made a bet with some people from another city saying that he bet 150 that people from Austin would top, and we did. We had 3. Shout-out to... I'll read off top 8. It was, first place was Quentin. Shout out to him. He was my only loss. Lost to him round 3, sorry. Shout out to, who got second? Darian. He was really good. He was playing Mermel. He said it was his last event. I don't know if it actually is. We'll see. Shout out to third place, some guy from Houston, Team Omega. Shout out to them. Shout out to 4th, I think it was Grant. Shout out to 5th, it was RJ. Shout out to 6th, that was Jake Zavala. Shout out to 7th, which was Nick and Renninger. And then I got 8th. Just slid in at X11. Shout out to my homie Jerry. I played him round 2, and we ended up drawing, like, unintentionally. We actually ended up drawing, and he lost one other round, so he was X2-1, and he finished somewhere in the top, like 32, I think, and he kept playing because he heard that I was still X1-1, and my one loss, Quentin, was X01, so he kept playing for me, I'm pretty sure. So I appreciate him. Shout out to him. Without him, I wouldn't have topped. Without Quentin, I would have topped. Shout out to everyone I played. Shout out to Donovan for letting me borrow these sleeves round, like going into round 9, like a minute before round 9 started. I re-sleeved like really fast. Shout out to Conception for helping me re-sleeve. Just shout out to everyone, honestly. Shout out just everyone that supported me, everybody who's helped me play test, and yeah, just shout out to all my friends. But yeah, I got this mat. It's pretty cool. I got out of my, they give out packs at what's it called, Epic events, And they got, like, out of my packs, I pulled a D-Barrier and Acquisitiveness. This is pretty much all I pulled. I mean, I know it's, like, good, but, yeah, it's, like, the rest were just jank supers. But yeah, shout out to them. The 8th place packs were busted. Then I got some dice from Epic. Yeah, shout out to them. They're really cool. They host great events. Always go to them, like, if you can make it. And I got, like, some beanie. That's pretty cool. Yeah. I'm not much into beanies, but, like, it's still chill. But yeah, shout out to just everyone, honestly. Like, you're all great. Y'all are all the reason that I top. And, yeah, so thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. And I will see y'all in the next video. Peace.